Hiya and welcome back to Green Hill Gaming, where I share my passion of video games with the whole. Live stream I'll be diving with the fishes in ABZÜ. So sit back, relax, but as always, and more importantly, enjoy the live stream. The live stream which I am now going to get up and running on my phone. I'm going to get an audio check first of all. Audio is working perfect. Okay, so my lovely viewers can interact with me on the live stream. So ABZÜ is a very relaxing game indeed. It is like the video game equivalent to like a relaxation like tape or something like that. So hello to my first and lovely viewer. Welcome back to Green Hill Gaming. I hope you are doing well and I hope you enjoy my relaxing live stream of ABZÜ. So it's like a video game equivalent of meditation. That's what I was trying to say. So you can get meditation CDs and you can get meditation like, you know, download stuff and all that. So yeah, ABZÜ is like the video game equivalent of meditation. So I am swimming, diving with the fishes in this live stream. Everything about this game is relaxing. Everything you do in this game is a form of meditation. Like, listen to that music. That's like something, like, say now if you couldn't sleep, you could go onto YouTube or you could go to iTunes or whatever and you'd like, you know, like you'd come across or download, you know, like meditation music, you know, type in YouTube music to help you sleep or something like that. This is the kind of music that you would actually you'd come across. And also like the visuals as well are very calming. It's such a different type of game, you know, compared to previous games on my channel. It's always nice to play something fresh, something unique, and I think more than anything else, just something relaxing. Especially before you go to sleep as well. I can pause this momentarily. I was hoping that I could turn the volume down a little bit, because as relaxing as the music is, it's pretty loud. Okay. Oh lads, look the size of that fish. I think it's a hammerhead shark. No, it's not a hammerhead shark. There's no way a hammerhead shark would that be. However, I'll soon find out what it is now. It is a whale shark. I know this because I play a lot of Animal Crossing. Wow. So in ABZÜ you get to dive deep below the ocean. You don't have to go too deep, but you dive into the ocean and you can interact some lovely fish, massive fish as well, and you get to ride them as well. Behave. Including a whale shark. Goodbye, whale shark. Statues remind me of the Chozo. Where's Muddy Duck when you need him? The resident Metroid expert. But these statues, I think they're called Chozos anyway, from the Metroid series. I don't know why, they just remind me a little bit. Then, what other fish do we have? How do I identify the fish again? I think I'm asking myself this question now, to be honest with you. I haven't played it for a while. Game. I thought I had a photo mode, but it doesn't. You can meditate as well. You can actually meditate. It's a feature in the game. It allows you to just sit back and see all these many fish just swimming around this vast ocean.
500 subs.
Who do we have? Damien, yeah, 500 subs. I feel so famous. Oh god, I should hold a party or something. Now you know me, I'm very modest about.
I'm trying to get famous too.
Stuff like subs.
Sub to me.
Damien, welcome back to Green Hill Gaming, buddy. How are you doing? I hope you enjoy my very relaxing, meditating live stream of ABZÜ. But yeah, you know me, man, when it comes to YouTube and subs and likes and all of that. I'm very modest. I kind of cringe, and I kind of get a bit, what's the word? I don't know, embarrassed. Like when I reach 500 subs. I don't know how to react to it. Very appreciated. Oh yeah, I came across a few headlines all over my social media. What is going on? Because obviously you would know a lot more about soccer than I would, to say the least. What is going on? The only thing that I can pick up on is greed and corruption is kind of taking over football teams. Would I be correct in saying that? And the actual football players themselves and the fans themselves are kind of having none of it. That's what I picked up on anyway. But just want to say thank you for being one of those 500 subs also. Much appreciated. I really appreciate you being a sub on my channel and for always checking out my live streams. I really appreciate that. And to everyone else as well, just want to say thank you to all of my 500 subs for supporting my channel. So I will of course acknowledge 500 subs. Just not in the way that most YouTubers do it,
Created by the poor, stolen by the rich.
Created by the poor, stolen. That is a fantastic. And I'm using that.
Americans are trying to take it over.
Yeah, Yeah, so don't the Americans own Man United, isn't it? You know me, no man, I know nothing about soccer, man. That's a fantastic quote. I like that though. Created by the poor, stolen by the rich. I'm trying to figure out how to identify these fish. See, I haven't played it for a while. I thought that the closer you go to the fish, they just like show up. Or maybe it's only the big fish. See, I haven't played it for a while, you see.
Man, how are you?
Colson, welcome back to Greenhill Gaming. I am doing quite well now. Thank you for asking. How are you doing? And I hope you enjoy my relaxing and meditating live stream of ABZÜ. I always obsess over the little things, don't I? But I'm just trying to figure out how to identify these fish. Because they're lovely fish and I'd love to be able to just identify them.
I'm doing fine, this game looks great.
I'm glad to hear that, by the way. And it sure does. It's the video game equivalent to meditation. Like, very relaxing, very calm, very soothing. It's you know, if you were like looking to unwind, to relax, or even if you were looking for something to help you to sleep, you know how you go onto like YouTube and listen to some relaxation music, or if you had like a relaxation CD or something like that, you know, this is the video game equivalent to that. That's how I would describe ABZÜ. Oh, I think maybe you press square. I don't know, I think you can only, it seems to, or maybe I already identified those fish. I'm going to go back to the whale shark now and see. Yeah, I think I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, I think you can only identify big fish. Or maybe I can. Wait, I can hardly ride a smaller fish. Can I? Can I ride small fish? Ah, never mind. I obsess over the little things.
Does this game have objectives, or is it just open world?
This is I don't know if open world would be the term.
All the clubs that are joining the ESL will be completely gone from their leagues, FIFA, UEFA, and won't be able to represent their countries.
Man, that is like double Dutch to me, man. You know me, man, in soccer, I know next to nothing about it, man. It's like double Dutch to me, but from what I can understand anyway,
Elbow Cup.
It's basically it's not good for football right now. It's not good for football. Chad Middleton, welcome back to Green Hill Gaming. How are you doing, Chad? And I hope you enjoy my relaxing and meditating live stream of ABZÜ. And Colson, I wouldn't describe it as an open world game, but it doesn't have any like actual objectives. You can pretty much go about this game as you please. You can just dive into this ocean and swim with the fishes, and I'm glad to hear that, Chad. But I'll read a comment again there now.
Also went good enough, I feel.
Oh man, I'm glad to hear that. That is fantastic. Considering everything that you're going through right now, man, that is fantastic news, and I'm glad to hear it, man.
Exploration like this game.
Pokemon Snap. I don't know about. I haven't played the original Pokemon Snap in a very long time, but it might be similar in ways to ABZÜ. Possibly, Chad. Once again, Damien, fantastic news, man. I'm glad to hear that it went well, man. Fair play to you, man. Did I play the Resident Evil beta? I finally managed to play the do you mean Rebirth? Or do you mean the demo of...
Did you heard about the beef with Solar Boy and Randy Orton?
I did, yeah. It wasn't Soldier Boy tried to say that wrestling was fake or something like that, and then Randy Orton came back with like...
demo, I mean.
Of Village, of Resident Evil Village, is it? Yeah, there's a bit of beef there, alright. And Randy Orton came out and was talking about like the whole gangster rap kind of like lifestyle is fake as well, like. So yeah, in this game, I wouldn't even describe it as a game, to be honest with you. It is a interactive form of meditation. You can go about the game as you please. It's very relaxing. Very relaxing is how I would describe it.
Solar Boy console Xbox.
Soldier Boy console buys Xbox. Or greater than Xbox. Soldier Boy console. Greatest console ever. Better than PS2. Better than the Wii. Better than the DS. Better than the PS5. No, I have to wash my tongue up with soap after saying that. So you can even just look at these paintings on the wall, these wall art, and you can just flip around in the water like so. And yeah, it's very relaxing, very calm. The game looks amazing as well. Really, really amazing. I don't know if it has H.
Convict goat.
Akon, the 3-minute convict, where is the ball? Where the hell did he go, like? Where the fuck did Akon go, like? I mean, did he get released? Fucking hell. Yeah, I just love how this game looks. I don't know if it has HDR activated, but it certainly looks fantastico. Yeah, I just made up the word fantastico. Before I activate that, I just want to have a good look around here. Yeah, it's fantastic art. I wasn't too sure what game to play tonight, but I thought I'd go with the relaxing ABZÜ.
Did you find Godzilla? Elbow cup.
Did I find Godzilla? Yeah, man, he was hiding in my cupboard. The bastard. I'm only joking. I didn't watch it. No, I didn't watch it. I would be too gone on it. Like, I wouldn't be too gone on it. Like, no. I'd be more interested in trying to find the Mortal Kombat movie. No, like, if someone uploads that onto YouTube, I owe them my life. To be honest with you, I really do. Like, and let there be light.
June 12.
Is that their Ubisoft E3 presentation? Nice, man, nice. We're not too far away now from E3. We'll see some more Far Cry 6, man, and obviously other games as well, man. So not too far away now from some E3 goodness.
If we don't get Far Cry 6 release date, I'm switching to Solar Boy.
We'll definitely get some Far Cry news, man. Definitely. Seen as well earlier, before I went live, I didn't read too much into it, but there's more free PS4 games coming to PS4 and PS5, I presume. I think one of them, if I'm not mistaken, is Horizon Zero Dawn. So it's a fantastic game for anyone. Oh, nice one, man. Do you know what games are being released? I just came across Horizon. It's a great game for anyone who doesn't have Horizon.
The Last Play at Home.
Oh, is it The Last Play at Home? It's been an amazing.
Horizon came today.
Oh, Horizon came today. That's fantastic. Like, you know, it's a quality game. Like. Activate this Illuminati type triangle here.
But more will be announced in May, I think.
Ah, nice. I'm actually looking forward to seeing what games could possibly be announced. I hope it's a game that I've been meaning to get. I'd say so, more than likely. If it's the last play at home now, they'll throw in a good few games, a good few surprises, I would say. So I suppose this part of the game is there is a certain level of objectives to be completed here. So you have to activate these this device here in order to leave the area. So I think it's all being lit up now. So once I activate the Illuminati triangle, as I call it, I'll be able to open that gate there.
You know they're countering Game Pass soon.
Oh man, I think they've already. I think Sony have I really feel with all the value you're getting from PlayStation Plus, with the PlayStation Plus collection, and now with the Play at Home, I think combined, I know you have to pay for it, but combined with PlayStation Now, I think they've already countered Game Pass personally. The Game Pass, well, a lot of the time, new release games will appear on Game Pass, fair enough, but I just have no motivation to buy an Xbox or to subscribe to Game Pass or anything soon. So I just think PlayStation have they've definitely nailed PlayStation Plus with PS5 again, especially
Outriders
with the
Game Pass Day 1 ends up being shit. Elbow cut.
Oh, hold up! I can't even open this. Did I miss? I think I might have missed one of these devices, or maybe.
Meant to be buggy as shit.
Is it? Oh, nothing worse, man. Nothing worse. Man, that demo of Resident Evil Village, and I presume, Colson, you were talking about the Resident Evil Village demo. Not wrong with the actual game, the actual gameplay, but how
Came out
Capcom...
April the 1st ST. Yet perfect game low.
Haha, what a joke of a game, came out on April 1st. But I'll tell you, the way that Capcom structuring the demo for Resident Evil Village is terrible. It's just terrible.
You can create another account to play the demo again.
I would nearly do that, to be honest. I nearly would. It's a good idea, actually. I nearly would do that. But no, it's crazy that you have to download it within 8 hours, and then you can only play it for 30 minutes. And when you're finished the 30 minutes, you can't play it again. Oh, it's just mental. But oh, what the hell is that? Green yolk. What kind of fish is that? So I want to find out what fish it is like. What is that? What do you call it? A coal. My eyesight is gone. This fish does not want to be rowed. Behave. Okay, I will now... I'm going to get a good look of you first before I let you go. Now I will let you go. Because you actually have to confuse me now, fish. I'll go through here. Damn, fish confuse me. I would have preferred if Capcom just released a standard...
Spoiler alert on RE Village. Dun 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 dun, just kidding.
Dun 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 dun, get the hell out of here. Joke. If I can put in the timeout. I actually have something fun planned actually for Resident Evil Village, in a live stream soon. I don't know if I'll squeeze it into this live stream or just do a dedicated live stream. But yeah, I have something fun planned in the build up to the release of Resident Evil Village. But I remember the days of going into my local news agent, and
Resident Evil 6 gameplay with it.
no, I will never bring myself to play a Resident Evil 6. Resident Evil 5, possibly. Resident Evil 6, never, ever, in a million years. So, I remember as a kid going into my local newsagent and buying a video, and they would all come with a demo disc, a demo CD, or if it was the PlayStation 2, it would be a demo CD, a DVD, but nonetheless a demo disc. And the disc would contain like multiple demos for upcoming video games, and they'd bring it home and they'd be delighted, and they could, Tekken 3 or fucking whatever game would be on it, Metal Gear Solid, or Metal Gear Solid 2, Final Fantasy 10. All of that demo came with Final Fantasy 6 on PS1, I think. But nonetheless, anyway, I remember being able to play those demos any time I wanted to. I wasn't timed. Obviously, you played a chunk of the game. Once you finished the demo, obviously you couldn't get any further, but you could play it as many times as you wanted to, whenever you wanted to. That's how I define a demo. Obviously, a beta is done differently, because it's usually online multiplayer that a beta is centered around. I understand that, but that's like a traditional demo to me is something that you can play whenever you want, as many times as you want. And that is not what Capcom did with Resident Evil Village. Like, they only give you 8 hours to download it. So if you were away from your console for 8 hours, then tough. And then when you finally did download it, you could only play it for 30 minutes once, never again. It's just weird. I mean, I remember there was a demo for Resident Evil 2, and I think you were timed as well in that. Like, I think you were timed. I don't know how long you got, but you were timed. But you could try it again, and you could try it again, and you could try it again. Long story short, Capcom, you fucked up the demo of Resident Evil Village. End of. Nonetheless, I'm obviously hyped for Resident Evil Village. I enjoyed playing the demo. I think it's going to be a great story. I really do. I think it's going to be a great story. I think it's going to have a great setting, with great characters, and I'm just more intrigued now than I've ever been before for Chris Redfield and finding out like what his game is. And yeah, so yeah, I have something fun planned for Resident Evil Village in an upcoming live stream. So stay tuned for that one. I might even squeeze it in. I might even wait until next week and do it. No, I was going to say I'll do it in the demo of Castle, but considering I have 30 minutes, my approach as well for the Resident Evil Village demos. So I did the first one 2 days ago, in the village area. Was it yesterday? It was yesterday, what am I saying? 2 days ago. Jesus Christ. But my approach was to just get as far into the game as possible. I wanted to play it. I didn't want to take too much time exploring or reading documents. Or I did watch the cutscenes at the start, but then towards the end I skipped them. But I wanted to play as much of it as possible. I wanted to get as much gameplay in as possible, just to kind of get a feel for what the game is. And it's very similar to Resident Evil 7, obviously. Yeah, so I managed to escape the village, and I actually found out online then that that's actually this far into the demo you can get anyway. So the demo can actually be shorter than 30 minutes, depending on whether you can leave the village in 30 minutes or not. Like I've seen IGN do it in 22 minutes. They were able to leave the village in 22 minutes. See, I got stuck. I got stuck. Like in fucking 2 minutes into the game, I got stuck. I was so fucking nervous. Like all I could think of was 30 minutes counting down in my head. I could see a big, massive fucking clock, fucking counting down from 30 minutes. Like, and it just distracted me. Like, that's my excuse anyway. I'm sticking to it. And I got lost a bit looking for the truck keys. But no, really, I have to say, I think it's going to be a great game. I think it's going to have great characters. There's something about it. I just feel like they're going to be strong characters. Even characters that will like die in 2 minutes, you know, into being introduced to them. I think they're going to be strong characters. I think the scenery is going to be amazing. And what in the Jesus H Christ is that?
Play it again with no damage run.
That is not a fish. That can't be a fish. With no damage run. No, that's hardcore. That's not a fish. You can't have something that big. What the hell is that? That's just an alien. Is that a whale? Could be a whale. And just, hey, I want to find out what it is. It's not telling me. But even though I can move the camera around this area, it's part of the game here is like an interactive cutscene, more or less. These are whales, aren't they? Oh my god. Munching away on the fish. Damn.
Whale Lord.
There's a lot of whales. A whale lord, the whale emperor. What I would fucking say, to be honest with you. I still can't ride them. Again, behave. Oh my god. Oh, this is amazing. I actually thought he was going to swallow me there for a second. I'd actually love to see David Attenborough stream this game. Don't know if he plays video games, don't know if he's a streamer, but if he isn't, he should definitely start with ABZû. David Attenborough plays. Imagine. Okay, now I can actually move around here a bit more. Oh my god! I don't think that was supposed to happen. Wait, I'm on fire underwater. Ah, no. So I take it these are mines. They act like mines anyway, at least. A goblin shark. I wonder, can you catch a goblin shark in Animal Crossing? Oh, do you know what this game needs? It needs dire docks. Oh man, it's getting dire docks right now. Nintendo, if you sue me, I will smash my Switch off the wall. I swear to God. Like, seriously, you're gonna love this music. If you haven't already heard this music, you will fall in love with it, I'm telling you. So. I don't know if you can hear it now. This is Dire Docks / Jolly Roger Bay from Super Mario 64. It's the soundtrack to the water areas of one of my favourite games of all time, Super Mario 64, and I just think it fits this area of the game so much. Nintendo's going to sue me, you know, I betcha. I'll just say, hey, it's the 35th anniversary of Mario. I'm celebrating the fucking anniversary better than Nintendo are. Get right on. Can you hear it, by the way? I don't know if you can hear it. So this is the gate that I have to open to follow these cables. But I want to do some more swimming. I want to do some more exploring. take a look at some more fish. After this, some more fish. What are these? They can't be real fish, no. With eyes. What? Tomatoes. Tomatoes. You just call them tomatoes. Tomato fish. These bones. Yeah, too. Must be the whale bones. Anyone tuning in right now would be thinking I'm playing a remake of Super Mario 64. Welcome to my live stream of the remake of Super Mario 64. I'm currently in the Jolly Roger Bay section of the game right now. I couldn't wait for Nintendo to remake it, so... What was that? Squid, is it? A humbatted squid. That's my eyesight this week. I still get goosebumps listening to that music. Well, what did you think, lads? I didn't come up with loads of fun. That's my lovely voice in the background. I swear, if Nintendo do me for copyright, I will smash my switch off the wall. Extra dark in this area. Oh, I just realised I gotta find my robotic friends. In each area of ABZÜ there is like robotic like drone type things, and they basically help you out like to interact with certain items. Where's all the smoke coming from? I think I can see one of the robots, possibly. Angelfish. I love the angelfish. Oh, so you identified them as soon as you would like release them. I'll just call it release them. Why is everyone gone so quiet? Somebody say something. Oh God. Oh Jesus Christ. Go down a bit lower, I'd say. I was actually playing some Nintendo Labo VR. By the way, Nintendo are discontinuing. Well, rumor has it that Nintendo are discontinuing Nintendo Labo. Obviously, it wasn't as successful as they would have wanted it to be. But I hope they don't give up on VR though. I hope they release a proper like VR headset, because they did patent they patented like a proper headset there a while back. But unless I was playing their Nintendo Labo VR, and I was actually I was playing the underwater game, because I've only made two Labo VR thingamajigs, the camera and obviously the headset itself. I didn't make anything else that takes too long. It says in the back of the box like it takes approximately like 2.5 hours, aka it takes Johnny fucking 5 hours. Don't even get me started in the gun that I made. Heartbroken to this day. Oh God. But no, I was playing the underwater area, and it was very good actually in VR. Like, see all the fish up close and personal.
Good news for Sony players. They're keeping the stores open for the older consoles.
They are, yeah. They did a U-turn, because like, didn't they apparently say like about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, that they were shutting down the PSN store for PS3 and PS Vita, but now they're not, which is great, like, because they are still what's this? They are still people who have PS3 and still use the PS3 and the PS Vita as well. Like, whatever we think of PS Vita, they are still people who own it, like, and they kind of, it's not really fair on them, like, that, that they can't use the store. But yeah, it's still open and active, which is great news. There's also rumors of some kind of a Metal Gear Solid announcement coming soon. Some people say it could be a collection. I don't know how I feel about a collection. Obviously, I mean, I love Metal Gear Solid. I'd love to be able to play Metal Gear Solid like on PS4 or PS5 and stream it. But I don't know how to put this. Like, but long story short, I prefer a new Metal Gear Solid. I think at this stage, I don't even care who's making it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know Hideo Kojima is Metal Gear Solid.
Now.
No, Chad, do not. I'd love to see. Oh god. I would. Oh, jeez. Blown away at the smithereens. I would love to see. I've been saying this for a long while now, but I want to see a remake of Metal Gear. Like, oh my god. Not Metal Gear Solid, but like Metal Gear, like the original Metal Gear. And I think it makes sense to do that. I think fans of the series, I think it makes sense for fans of the series. Even
Michael Keaton Batman confirmed for the Flash movie.
Ah, nice. He was Batman, so he's gonna go from Batman to Flash. In a Flash. Whatever. But how am I gonna get past this part? I don't know, lads. So yeah, Metal Gear makes sense because basically Metal Gear Solid 3 was the beginning of the Big Boss saga, the beginning of the prequel timeline, because Metal Gear Solid 2 and Metal Gear Solid 4, like, they kind of closed the timeline, the current timeline of. So basically, like, the story of Metal Gear Solid was complete with Metal Gear Solid 4. Metal Gear Solid 3 and the one on PSP and Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain and the one before that, like the mini prequel, was the story of Big Boss, yeah? So, like, timeline wise, the next game would actually be Metal Gear, the original one. So I don't know, that's what would make sense to me. I'm not Konami, I'm not a game developer, I don't make the decisions. I suppose from the point of view of making money, it's probably easier for them just to make a collection. But I'd probably be happy either way, but I just think it's kind of, yeah, it made sense to bring back Spyro the Dragon. It made sense to bring back like, Crash Bandicoot or whatever it is, but I just think that I hope that doesn't become the norm now for every, like, dormant series, like a game series that we haven't seen for a while. I hope
I don't expect much from Konami.
I don't think anyone expects anything from Konami. This is the company that charges you 10 euros slash dollars to have an extra save file on Metal Gear Survive. So I wouldn't expect anything from Konami, to be honest with you. It's actually so funny, really. Imagine that, paying money, not just a lot of money, like when you think of it, like to have an extra save file. Oh Jesus Christ! Like, talk about greedy. Oh, that's that elusive shark that's been on the run. So there actually is a little.
Did the game ever came out?
Did that game ever come out? You mean Metal Gear Survive? Well, that's out and all, man. That's out and all. That came out and all. Yeah. If you mean Metal Gear Survive, yeah, that came out and all. That came out and all. Now, Konami, I would believe, are still charging people €10 for an extra game save. Imagine that. One of those things is hard to wrap your head around, really, to be honest. But I just hope that it doesn't become the norm in the video game industry, just to take the easy way out and just like you know, make a collection, like remasters and remakes. Like, I mean, I'd like to see like a continuation of the series. More than anything else, really. There's not really much fish in this area, like new fish anyway. I'm going to go a bit further up ahead and see if I miss any of those little things in the ocean that you activate and more fish appear. This. Oh, this is one of the areas of the game where you can meditate. Well, you have to press the touchpad first, sorry. So let's just take some time to meditate. This is the Goblin Shark, and you can use the left stick to switch between fish. We have an old gander at the Goblin Shark. What an interesting looking shark. Sharks, they get a bad rap, don't they? They do. Like, they get an awful time. I mean, Hollywood, obviously with movies like Jaws, they turn sharks into monsters, really, like, you know. I mean, what about piranhas? I mean, piranhas literally eat flesh. It's what they do. I know there was a movie called Piranha. In fact, there was a pretty fucked up movie actually, Piranhas, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, it's piranhas that you want to be afraid of. But isn't it? It's more or less proven. It's more or less documented.
Sharknado elbow cup.
Yeah, Chris Jericho and that and everything. But isn't it true that like sharks are not actually that dangerous? Like, they're not actually, they're not the monsters that, you know, Hollywood, you know, make them out to be like. Yeah, poor sharks. Let me zoom in. Oh, the left stick, okay. And here we have a Humboldt squid. I actually can't read half the fucking writing. I'm going blind, lads. Seriously. It's not funny. What's this? No, it's just the fucking same one. That's an alien. I'm sorry, no, but that's an alien. That can't be real.
Did you see the 9 franc trailer?
Did I see the what? The F9 trailer. What's F9? Sorry, no. I do not know what it is that you mean. wonder, was this game made by the same people that made like an aquarium game on the Wii?
Fast and Furious 9.
I've never been really into that series, to be honest with you. And I feel like if I was going to get into it, I feel like I feel like it's, I don't know. I feel like it's all over the place, even if I did want to get into it now, you know. Didn't they kill Michelle Rodriguez and brought her back to life? And Paul Anderson did it again in Resident Evil. Oh God, Retribution. But to be fair, kind of made more sense in Resident Evil because they brought her back as a clone. Like, they didn't just say, no, she didn't get shot in the head and turn into a zombie. She just fell over and scratched her head. Like, they didn't do anything like that. But apparently in the Fast and the Furious, they're like, nah,
They're going to space to stop Dom's little brother John Cena elbow cup.
Are they actually going to space? Oh, you were telling me that the last time, weren't you? Or somebody was telling me that anyway. But yeah, it's just not something that I'm really too into, like, you know. Give me a bit of Resident Evil chat, I'm all over it. Give me Mortal Kombat and I'm all over it. What other movies am I into? Ghostbusters. You know what? Bill Murray has said that the new Ghostbusters is going to be good. And he was skeptical about it at the start. So if he's saying that it's going to be good, then I'm going to believe him. Because he's Bill fucking Murray, like, you know. He's one of the original cast members. And he's very outspoken about things. And believe me, if he didn't like the movie, he would say he didn't like it. So, yeah. Bill Murray, it's good enough for me. If it was good enough for Bill Murray, it's good enough for me. That should become my new...
Max has MK Annihilation, but not the first movie.
Well, that's a strange decision, considering that the second Mortal Kombat movie was absolutely terrible. Did I actually manage to speak on Mortal Kombat, the original 1995? I think I did. I was just saying that, like, people need a reality check when it comes to comparing the 1995 Mortal Kombat movie and the reboot movie. I think people need to understand that when that movie came out, Mortal Kombat was a very small franchise. It was a very small project. There wasn't that many characters in the series. They weren't really fleshed out. Obviously, like, film making back then was very limited. You know, video games back then were kind of considered a kid's kind of, you know, pastime, so they couldn't really make violent video game movies. Different times is basically how I would describe it. And people need to realise that movie was a critical success, and it's still to this day a critical success. The martial arts scenes in that movie are fantastic. The story was grounded. It was a grounded story. It told the story of a Mortal Kombat tournament. And, you know, Johnny Cage and Liu Kang and Sonya are all invited to this Mortal Kombat tournament. It features Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Goro, Shang Tsung, you know, like Raiden. It was, Jesus Christ, like, it was good for its time. I mean, comparing the Mortal Kombat movie to the Mortal Kombat reboot movie is like somebody bashing the PlayStation 1 compared to the PS5 and saying, oh my god, look at how shit the PS1 is. Oh my god, who would play that? Well, people back in the fucking 90s played it because it was great back in the 90s for its time. Obviously now, you know, visuals have come a long way, technology has come a long way, and it's like the Mortal Kombat franchise. I mean, obviously Sub-Zero and Scorpion have become pretty much household names now, and their lore has been expanded beyond belief. But that wasn't the case back in the early 90s. Fucking people need to realise that, like, Jesus, like, you know, they have to calm their tits a little bit, like. Oh my god. Mines galore. This is meant to be a relaxing game. Come on, don't be giving me mines. Don't be exploding me. Jesus, like. Oh, the poor fish. He's been shocked or something. What's happening? Oh, I feel bad now. I need to help this fish. What's wrong? I'm gonna help you. Damn, the strength of that. This guy's Doom guy. See, I told you, sharks are friendly. They're not the big monsters that Hollywood make them out to be. That was a nice moment. No, I like that. What are these things that I'm collecting? I have no idea. Look at that size. There's definitely whales. Ah, come on, now let me ride the whale. No way. No one let me. Where's the game leading me to? Oh my god. Oh! That? What fucking jellyfish, is it? That's bloody freaky. Oh my god. Giant squid? Jesus. I've just seen that, like. Right, won't let me go down to the whales. Save the whales. Opera? I'm not joking. Opera. The closest thing to discovering alien life is to just go deep beneath the oceans. Damn! Look at the size of it. Sperm whale. Again, behave. Fucking massive. No, another meditation spot. I won't right now. But what you can actually do is you can go to the option menu. You can I think you can go to meditation points. That you would have visited throughout the game. Do you know there's actually people who live under the water, apart from SpongeBob, but actual people, like, definitely be an interesting experience. I mean, like do you know the way we look up for like alien life? I think we should just look down. Just be amazed by all these different life forms. Well, like David Attenborough on you, like, but it's true, like. You know, it was crazy actually. It's actually a crazy thing. I was thinking earlier today about imagine a Resident Evil game in space. That would be really out there, wouldn't it? Like a viral outbreak up in space, like a futuristic umbrella corporation that's like, you know, that's like brought back like a fucking virus from space. You're stuck in a fucking spaceship. Alien basically meets Resident Evil. But what was crazy is I was watching a movie on Netflix before I went live tonight, and it ended up becoming exactly what I was thinking of in my head. It was actually a movie with Bruce Willis in it called Anti-Earth, and it was Jesus Christ, it was weird. Like that's exactly what the game would become if it ever happened. Imagine the fans' reaction to that. Oh man. I don't know, I think for me, what makes Resident Evil is...
Like Dead Space.
Like Dead Space, yeah. Basically, that's what it would be. It's already been done. It's already been done, basically. I think what Resident Evil means to me is a story of a conspiracy. You know, a story of survival. You know, like banding together with other survivors and like desperately trying to escape. You know, like obviously gameplay wise, just surviving in terms of like your health being limited, knowing that you could like die in the game at any time, not knowing what's going to like jump out of the next corner, your ammo being limited, your weapons being limited, just feeling like a survivor as opposed to somebody that can punch boulders. That's Resident Evil to me. Like I think you can put that in space, you can put that in fucking the wild west for all I fucking care. Like, you know, as long as it has those elements, then in my opinion it's a Resident Evil game. You know, if you lose those elements in favour of just 100% action orientated and having as many ammo as you can get and having as many health as you can get and not having any real sense of kind of like kind of mystery behind what's going on, and you know, because 5 and 6 were telling you what was going on the whole time, like, you know, whereas in part 1 you never really knew what was going on until you got to the end of the game. So yeah, there's a lot of things that make Resident Evil, like, but I think those are the core elements of what makes Resident Evil. Covering the truth of the Umbrella Corporation, betrayal, you know, like fucking double crossing, just a real sense of surviving. You're, you know, like banding together and, you know, all that, and just again like the real essence of survival horror, as in like your health being limited, your ammo being limited, your weapons being limited. You can take all that and just put it into a game, and obviously, like, you know, bring in Chris Redfield, bring in Jill Valentine, you know, bring in lore from the series. You can put it anywhere. You can put Resident Evil in the space, you can put fucking Resident Evil in underwater. It doesn't really matter, like, you know. Like, there's some fans just are an embarrassment, to be honest with you, to any series, whether it's a video game series or a movie series. They just bring down they just give the fucking fan base a bad name. Like, I mean, I've had people bashing modern Resident Evil games because it doesn't have zombies, and it depends on how you look at it, really. If you're a fan of zombies, and that's your only motivation for buying Resident Evil, and that's your only motivation, that's the only reason for liking Resident Evil. But obviously, you're not going to like any Resident Evil game after Code Veronica. But if you're like me and you like the lore of the Resident Evil series, then it makes sense that not every game is going to have zombies, because it's not about zombies. To me, and I've always said this, but to me, the lore of Resident Evil goes back to Oswald E. Spencer, like a madman who just was so arrogant that he disagreed with his own mortality. He was like, no, I'm not going to die. Fuck that, I'm not dying. And he looked around the world, and he was like, fuck you, you're beneath me. Fuck you. You know, I'm going to create a better world. I'm going to be a god of this world, and I'm going to put intelligent people, because you're a fucking dumbass over there. You're a fucking retard over there, you know. I'm going to create a world of fucking, you know, intelligent beings that are going to be superhumans. And that's what led to the discovery of the progenitor virus. That's what led to the T virus project. That's what led to the establishment of Umbrella Pharmaceuticals, which became the Umbrella Corporation in the 80s. That's where it all started. So, like, it's not about zombies. It wasn't about some mad fucking scientist who wanted to fucking resurrect fucking zombies. No, zombies are just a byproduct of the T virus. The T virus wasn't developed to create zombies. The T virus was developed to create the ultimate life form, the tyrant. In fact, the T virus stands for tyrant virus. It was used to create a superhuman. It wasn't intended to be leaked. When the T virus got leaked, the effect of it created a byproduct that ended up being, you know, quote unquote zombies. But they're not actually zombies. Zombies are from voodoo culture. Zombies are corpses that are reanimated to be slaves for voodoo people. That is where zombies came from. So yeah, there's a lot more to it than just, oh, there's no zombies in Resident Evil. It's not a regular Resident Evil game. There's other forms of viruses and parasites and fungus and all sorts of like infections in the Resident Evil series. There's all different forms of bioweapons in the Resident Evil series. So, like, a Resident Evil game not having zombies doesn't affect me at all. Are they popular? Of course they are. Are they a part of the Resident Evil series? Of course they are. I mean, look at the success of the Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes. Of course people want zombies in Resident Evil, but it's not the end all of the Resident Evil series. And I've been saying this for a while now, but like Resident Evil Village, I mean, oh Jesus Christ, again, like, some fans give the fucking series a bad name, give the fan base a bad name. They're like, oh, vampires, like, and it's two-sided. Like, you could have one side, they're like, oh yeah, I can't wait for vampires to be in Resident Evil, yeah, fucking love Twilight, yeah. Shit. And then you get the other side that are like, fuck's sake, the game is gonna be shit, let's fuck it. And you know what amazes me then? You know what amazes me? So oh god, give me strength, Lord. So, simps, right, who are like simping over a fictional video game character, these are the people that get to speak for what is right and what is wrong in the series. Really? A fucking simp is going to get pissed off because there's those zombies in Resident Evil or some shit. No, but they're not actually like werewolves. I think. Well, I don't think it. A lot of, like, I said it before and I said it again. Every enemy you see in Village, every creature, I would say, because they don't necessarily have to be enemies either. It could just be a character that gets infected. Every creature you see in Village, whether it looks like a vampire or a witch or a werewolf, it will be explained through
They're demons
a
from
virus.
the Devil May Cry universe, El Boca.
You love that series, man. Like, you can, with the science, you can do anything with science. You can do anything with biology. You can do anything with viral experimentation. I mean, like, obviously some crazy fucker or some crazy fucking cult or some crazy, you know, pharmaceutical company has engineered, has developed some sort of virus, some sort of infection that does something to the human body to make it resemble a wolf, and it gives it rage, and it gives it...
needs to start the multiverse elbow cup.
The multiverse of Resident Evil. Nobody has a multiverse. Oh, you mean a multiverse as in like different... Oh, no. Oh, God, no. Just go back and wipe... Well, yeah. And then just wipe out the Resident Evil 6 universe. But, yeah, like it's not too far-fetched to imagine somebody getting the DNA of a wolf and like combining it with like viruses like the T virus, you know, so kind of like, you know, you have this sort of kind of like...
Dr. Willy created the virus.
He may have. It's not too far-fetched to imagine somebody like getting the DNA of a wolf. So like if you think about it, like there's like the hunters in the Resident Evil series kind of like resemble, they're like lizard type monsters. If you actually look at them, like, you know, they're like, I don't know how else they're like giant frogs or something. I don't know how else you'd fucking describe them. But like, if you look at it from a science perspective, from a science perspective, you can understand some mad scientist like fucking combining the DNA of a wolf and a human, and scientifically, what do you get? You get a werewolf, don't you? And obviously it's Resident Evil, so it's going to have some sort of like, so obviously this creature is going to be like full of rage, like zombies are full of rage. The Crimson Heads were full of rage. Every biological weapon in the series was full of rage and just went for you and wanted to eat your fucking flesh. And that's what you see with these lichen creatures in Village. Like, obviously, like, you see, the thing is, right, if you look at it from the perspective of the villagers in the game, they've been living in this village all their life. I'm pretty sure they've been cut off from the outside world.
Why would
because
Mother Miranda do this? Elbow cup.
Because she's a bitch. That's why. I would presume they're cut off from the outside world anyway, because when your character Ethan arrives in the village, you're referred to as an outsider. So it kind of tells me like they're cut off from the outside world. I think even Capcom actually confirmed that. Actually, could be wrong about that now. But so they obviously don't know anything about the Umbrella Corporation. They don't know anything about biological weapons. They don't know anything about this. And one day they're just sitting down, relaxing, praising Mother Miranda, and the next minute this creature appears to them that resembles a werewolf. What are they going to think? Werewolf. So that kind of transcends into some of the fan base, and they're like, oh yeah, they're werewolves, but they're not. You know, as I said, it's going to be explained through a virus. So like, and I'll give you an example of what I'm actually trying to say here. Revelations, the T-Abyss virus, if my knowledge of Revelations is correct, the T-Abyss virus was created by combining a dormant virus that was found, I think, in a fish or like deep beneath the ocean, and then they combined that with the T virus, so it became the T-Abyss virus. And it actually gave humans like fish-like characteristics. So you had enemies that were going around that looked like fish, basically. You know, I believe you can do that in no. I mean, I could look more into the lore of Resident Evil, and I'm pretty sure I could find other examples of where like either the Umbrella Corporation or other pharmaceutical companies have like tried to kind of like mix DNA with humans and other creatures. But I believe that's what's going to be explained in Village. You're going to have a situation where somebody or some people or some group have attempted to combine DNA of a wolf and a human, and it could have went horribly wrong, or it could have been intended. It could have intended to do this, you know. As far as the whole witches thing is concerned, I think if you have access to a very powerful virus or parasite, or even the fungal virus from 7, you can be a witch, because you can, like, the infection of 7, like the Evelyn infection, and again, as I said yesterday, was it yesterday? The other day, in my Resident Evil Village theory video, you need to understand that Village is a direct sequel to 7, so I wouldn't be surprised if the Evelyn infection was present in Village. So that's a very, very complicated and advanced infection compared to previous infections in the series. Once you're infected by the Evelyn infection, you start seeing things, hear things, you're doing things that are out of your control. So if somebody had control of that, then they could be referred to as a witch because of the power they have of that. As far as the whole vampire thing is concerned, but because they live forever, I mean, hello, the whole point of the T virus is to keep you alive forever, so she could have perfected the original T virus. She could have perfected the original progenitor virus, which is why she's been alive for so long. The whole blood thing, she might need blood to survive. That's literally how it could be explained. She might need certain blood to survive. Just likes eating blood because of the fact that he is infected by, the fungus thing. So maybe she just wants that blood. But like, I would be shocked. I would absolutely be shocked. My jaw would drop to the floor if I got to the end of Village and it was, yeah, they're werewolves. Yeah, they're witches. Yeah, they're vampires. And I'm pretty sure that even Capcom confirmed that it would all tie into the lore of Resident Evil, like it would be explained anyway. So it's not going to be zombies and werewolves and vampires and witches. It'll all be explained through viruses and infections and parasites and pharmaceutical companies and cults and whatever else. It's all...
What about aliens?
You and your fucking aliens. Yeah, Chris Redfield was an alien the whole time. But I actually have I have a very fun thing planned for Resident Evil Village. I'm going to overhype the fucking thing now and it'll end up being shit now probably, but it's something that I'm planning on doing. So this is the end of my live stream of the relaxing and meditating ABZÜ. I want to say thank you to all who watched. I hope you enjoyed. And once again, I want to thank all of my 500 subs. Thank you all for your continued support. It is much appreciated. I mightn't have made a big deal about the whole 500 subs thing, but I'm just not that kind of a YouTuber. I don't really focus on my sub count or my view count or my like count or anything like that. I'm not looking to become quote unquote famous on YouTube. I'm not looking to make money off it. All I want to do when I go live on Green Hill Gaming is to share my passion of video games with the whole wide world. It's something I have been doing since I was a kid. Since my first video game console, the Sega Master System, I've called people around me to the screen and say, look at the game that I'm playing. Look at what I'm doing in this game. Look, I just completed a level in Sonic. Look, I've just defeated Scorpion in Mortal Kombat or whatever it is. And I always enjoyed people around me watching me play the game, and that is why I do what I do on YouTube. That is the essence of Green Hill Gaming. And obviously, interacting with my lovely viewers, chatting away with them, catching up with them, and including all of you into the game. So it's not a case of people just watching me play a game and I don't even acknowledge them. It's not about that. I mean, obviously I want to share what I'm doing, but that's the whole point. I want to share, so I want to include all of you, and that's basically what it's about. So 500, 501, 510, I don't focus on it. I mean, I appreciate all the people who sub to my channel. That's the part I want to highlight. I mean, I appreciate the fact that I have 500 subs, but yeah. So with that said, thank you, and thank you for watching, and I will say good night here from Ireland, and I will see you next time on Green Hill Gaming. I presume it says by itself. Hopefully it does anyway.